Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Uncle Frank, and I am not a financial advisor, nor is any of the content to be construed as financial advice. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Hey, I'm reporting to you on Sunday, December 1st, and I have a ton of valuable information to share with you, so let's dive right in. Here's the headline: XRP to $2 before Ripple CEO on 60 Minutes airs. I'm going to be on XRP Watch tonight. The CEO of Ripple Labs has completed an interview with 60 Minutes that will be airing this evening at 7 p.m. EST. From this article, following recent developments, Zach Rector, a guy I follow, a finance analyst active on X, predicted XRP would reach $2 before Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse's interview airs on 60 Minutes this Sunday at 7 p.m. This bold prediction has further fueled excitement within the XRP community. Please, guys, do me a favor, share this video on your social media platforms. I want this information to circulate on all the stocks or crypto we cover. Guys, this is the most exciting calendar I've done all year. We are only 50 days to the inauguration of President Trump on Monday, January 20th. That date also marks the end of the worst era in SEC history, the Gensler era. He's gone. He's done. He will not be Treasury Secretary either. He has resigned like a sissy. And Gary, don't go away mad. Just go away, you bitch-made punk-ass anal pump. Now let's light up this calendar like a Christmas tree. We've got the CEO of Ripple Labs tonight on 60 Minutes. Bam. Monday, 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, S&P Manufacturing PMI. Now, I want you to be aware, after those hot PCE numbers we just got, any subsequent hot number can have a profound effect on the markets. So everything now is amped up. Tuesday, 10 a.m., job openings. Wednesday, 8:15, ADP employment figures, and at 9:45, services PMI this time. But Wednesday the 4th could also be the launch date for Ripple's new stablecoin, RLUSD. I'm going to shit myself. Thursday, December 5th, 8:30, initial jobless claims. Now, here's a potential bomb for the week. Friday, December 6th, all at 8:30 a.m., U.S. employment report, U.S. unemployment rate, hourly wages, and hourly wages year over year. Now, don't forget, we have Obama and Biden bureaucrats preparing these numbers. And then at 10 a.m., consumer sentiment. Why is that important? Because we want to see the consumer's attitude shift now that a new administration is moving in. And the bonus is we get to watch the liberals on CNBC report improvement after improvement. And that's just wholesome entertainment for Uncle Frank. Now, we have dorks from the Fed speaking on Wednesday and Friday. You've got to keep an eye on what these people may say, because they can cause a lot of damage if they make a remark when the indexes are this elevated near all-time highs, right? Now, I'm going to keep populating this calendar as we move into the new year. If you don't keep a trading calendar, I suggest you make that your New Year's resolution. Know what's going to happen next and when. These are the events that can move markets, create reversals, and make you money when you call it right. Have your favorite list of stocks you want to buy ready to go if there's a correction. Learn how to protect yourself in the event of a pullback, maybe through puts or index ETFs. I'm going to show you my plan to cover my own ass in this very video. Now, the original meme stock, GME, reports on December 10th after the close. Now, GameStop took a near 6% whooping this past Friday, but was still up 4% over the past 5 days, 27.8% over the past month, 45.98% over the past 3 months, and up 115% over the past year. So I'll be holding my breath to see what Ryan Cohen's got to say, if anything, and so should the AMC fans, because if Jimmy runs, Amy may follow. Wednesday, December 11th, CPI. Thursday, December 12th, PPI. This is all red-hot inflation data and may decide whether we get a rate cut in December or not. I'm beginning to bet against that. Monday, December 16th, services and manufacturing PMI again, and then the last Fed meeting for the year, kiddies. Tuesday and Wednesday, December 17th and 18th, we get the decision on the 18th. Will we cut? Will we stand pat? The market hates uncertainty, and Uncle Frank lives for this shit. And finally, for now, like Christmas and New Year's Eve on the same day for Uncle Frank, the last quadruple witching date of the year, the third Friday of December, the 20th, the last quad date is usually the hottest one. And this comes one day after a rate decision with a new president coming in that also has both chambers behind him. There's going to be a lot of portfolio adjusting going on, guys. Cats living with dogs, mayhem. The reason your uncle is so excited is he's a position trader, not a day trader, not a long-term investor. That's my 401k. That's not what I cover here. I take positions in stocks and crypto I like because there's some forward-looking events coming up, like a merger, a short squeeze, a new product, a new revenue stream. So after I take a position, I buy the dips, I write the puts, buy the calls, write covered calls. I keep building up my position until the big events happen. So if there's a correction, I don't get upset. My favorite shit is on sale, and I'll try to profit from the decline or volatility. This is not investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor. I will never tell you to buy, sell, or hold any security or crypto. But I don't get upset when things like Archer Aviation, things I have confidence in, sell off. Speaking of Archer, this is it. This is what I'm waiting to see next. I remain convinced the next announcement from the company will be that our high-volume manufacturing facility will be finished on time and on budget. It's located in Covington, Georgia, adjacent to the Covington Municipal Airport. I'm hearing that the 400,000 square foot facility is nearly complete, with the final phases focused on interior fit out and equipment installation. All the gains that Archer has made recently has been on no news, right? So this is not investment advice or advisor, but I say this news can drop at any moment. Archer made it into the financial press on Sunday, baby, from the pinheads at Benzinga, Archer Aviation, Hims and Hers Health, and Urban Outfitters are among top 8 mid-cap gainers last week. Archer Aviation shares skyrocketed 65.57% last week. By the way, guys, the market cap of Archer when I started buying it at 4 was $1 billion. Now it's $4 billion. Mid-cap stocks have market caps typically between $2 and $10 billion. You see how that works, Adam Aaron? You build the company up and its market cap up by posting good news, running lean, and posting profits, not spending money you can't afford to spend like a drunken hooker. Then you periodically sell stock to raise capital. You sell on strength, on elevated prices. Not at all-time lows, you fat parasite. You certainly don't double your pay plan during a pandemic year. You don't spend $250 million on green projectors or $100 million on new soda machines, you dink. Finally, some good news to report for my AMC victims in the money hospital. Let's see if he fucks this up or finally tries to build momentum on it for the stock. From Deadline, Thanksgiving 5-day U.S. box office hitting amazing all-time $422 million high. AMC boss Adam Aaron declares a national phenomenon. And how about this piece from the boss at Archer on Twitter? This week was another big step forward towards Archer Aviation's commercial launch in the UAE. Our goal is to make it happen late next year, so we're already well underway planning initial flight operations, preparing infrastructure, and cementing our regulatory pathway to start initial service in Abu Dhabi. It was great to bring Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares to the region these past few days as we work together with our partners to push commercialization forward. More to come soon. Our technology has supporters on both sides, guys. President Donald Trump's advanced air mobility policies will pile the pressure on regulators. From the article, dozens of companies in the USA and China are paving the way to develop electric takeoff and landing vehicles. This is according to a 2023 Trump Agenda 47 speech. Quote, just as the United States led the automobile revolution in the last century, I want to ensure that America, not China, leads the revolution in air mobility. The speech suggests that the U.S. president-elect will want to accelerate the development of advanced air mobility programs in the USA, despite his other comments about the technical advantages facing electric aviation and the skepticism of his advisor Elon Musk around the advanced air mobility market. Stay in your lane, Elon. You keep peddling that cute electric taxi you built. If you want to be in eVTOLs, come and buy my company or Joby. Until then, we'll be flying over your head, cuz. In his speech, Donald Trump said he wanted to transform transportation and connect rural and urban America as part of a major initiative focused on lowering the costs of new cars and creating new transportation methods. Industry analysts are forecasting the next U.S. president will introduce policies to speed the introduction of the industry in the United States. Japan Airlines and Sumitomo Corporation's joint venture company Soracle announces agreement including intended purchase of up to $500 million of electric aircraft from Archer. Archer Aviation gets another big order for its futuristic air taxis. Archer Aviation brings electric air taxis to Japan in deal with Japan Airlines. Uncle Frank, this is from 3 weeks ago. I know. I just like shoving it up Susquehanna's culo. This slide goes out to my mentor, Barry. If you want to invest in Ripple pre-IPO, you have to be an accredited investor, and the funds you invest may be illiquid for some time. IPOs don't always go when expected, and sometimes not at all. So this kind of shit ain't for everyone. But my man Barry took a dozen companies public in his day, so understands the risks, and I hope he puts a couple shares aside for his boy in Chicago. Anyway, head over to link 2 to browse the offering and its terms. Past offerings on Link 2 have included companies like Robinhood and Coinbase. It's spelled LINQTO. This segment goes out to my son Frankie and his friend Mike Quack, who are both stock and crypto traders. One sells houses while the other one boards them up. Anyway, Mike was looking to jump into a crypto, which prompted the question, how can I better predict when a crypto is topping out or about to drop? Well, there are 4 signals every crypto trader should track, and these come from the Milk Road. First is the Fear and Greed Index. When the F&G index is sitting in extreme greed, that means 80 plus, the likelihood of a pullback increases. Second are funding rates, or funding rates for perpetual swaps. The higher funding rates climb above 0.05%, the greater the likelihood of a pullback. This table is from CoinGlass. Third is the RSI heat map. The more time a token's ticker spends in the overbought section of the RSI heat map, the more likely it is to see a pullback. It indicates buyers are exhausted and are less likely to keep pouring money into the token to keep prices up. This is also from CoinGlass. The fourth signal you should monitor is known as timeline euphoria. If your social timelines are littered with portfolio screenshots, it can indicate that investors are a little overconfident. In other words, the more euphoric public victory laps, that could equal a greater chance of a pullback. So if your favorite guy on the coin you're watching is posting profit shots, he may already be out, or worse, looking for exit liquidity. Now here's how to put it all together. And remember, this is an art, not a science. It's not going to work every time. But first, it's worth noting that fear and greed, funding rates, overbought RSI signals, and timeline euphoria can all stay elevated for weeks at a time in bull runs, which means it's important to gauge how long they've been overheated. The more time equals the higher the likelihood we're going to see a pullback. Now, if all indicators are elevated and have been for a hot minute, this is essentially a hidden message to those investors that know how to read the data. Don't buy. And if we're nearing the peak of the crypto cycle, consider selling. And there you have it. Everything you need to gauge overheated markets this bull run. Not investment advice or advisor. In the 2011 movie Margin Call, the venerable CEO played by Jeremy Irons says this of Wall Street: there are 3 ways to make a living in this business. Be first, be smarter, or cheat. What he didn't know, however, was that there's a 4th option: become a whistleblower for the SEC. Indeed, in the very same year that the movie came out, the SEC launched its whistleblower program, and ever since, some whistleblowers have been making a fortune. I mean, guys, look at these payouts. 2023, $279 million. 2021, $110 million. 2024, $98 million. Come on, Citadel employees. Here's your big chance. Gensler's gone. There's a new sheriff in town soon. Don't you want an 8 or 9 figure payday? Your boss has been caught breaking the securities rules and laws 60 times over the past 15 years. Isn't it time you got your piece of the pie? Guys, I know this isn't about the markets, but be happy for your Uncle Frank. Chicago Bears. Players revolt in locker room after Week 13 blunder forced team to sack Eberflus. The Chicago Bears suffered their 6th loss in a row on Thanksgiving. The last 3 have been to the best teams in the NFC and their division rivals. Each game came down to the final play. Also, each game ended up with head coach Matt Eberflus mishandling game management late in the games. Guys, this idiot forgot to call timeout and missed the opportunity for a field goal that would have tied the game. My son bet $25 at halftime that the Bears would come back and win, and that would have paid $525. He was about to cash out of the bet early for $400, and then this Malacca ruined Thanksgiving for him. Maybe we'll see another coach we all hate fired soon. Well, there it is, guys. 5 years I've been waiting for this coin to break loose from the grip of the SEC. It's about 1:20 in the afternoon in Chi-Town, and XRP just hit $2. I'll be waiting for the Ripple CEO's interview on 60 Minutes tonight if they air it. God bless, and be careful out there. Hey, I want to thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like button after this slide if you enjoyed the presentation. Subscribe to the channel and set the alert so you're notified when I have new information to share. See you at the bell.